Opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The leading rusher in NCAA history from Youngstown State. Here's Jaleel McLaughlin. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. You talk about this Washington defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
And this one complete again to Mims. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Wilson wants a different look. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff.
Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. If you look at this Bronco defense, they come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 there. Good for a Commanders first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story all night.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Off-play action. It's Howell. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Gibson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. All the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz to try to end the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Howell from the gun. That one complete out to Dotson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And the Commanders' first down.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And the defense, they get to Howell. Will go down here. Justin Simmons firing all the way in from his safety position. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for Denver, the rookie Marvin Mims. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They run it again with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out into open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Tight. 14.
Now it's Wilson. On the slant, completes to Sutton. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. Short throw caught by Dosich. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Broncos 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. That is caught. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense...
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Powers through. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Powell. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Powell, 3rd and goal. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Wilson. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Joseph Charlton on now to punt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And Howe will throw it. Got his man, Dell. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. A give to Williams, running right. The 20. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has now been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. Touchdown, Broncos! Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they go play action with Howell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run with a former Bengal. It's Samaje Perine. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Samaje Perine, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 10, Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gibson here running out of the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 12. First down, Washington.
First down, Howell to throw. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Now Howell. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
the 7-yard line.
It's Howell with another throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Lutz now to kick this one away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Howell.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw for Howell. And now here is another interception. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to throw. Howell. Throw caught there by Willis. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And the Commanders first down.
On first down, Howell. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Howell's pass complete to number 4. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 4. And once more, Howell back to the air. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Complete. It's Dodson. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Third and 8. Again, it's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On the jet sweep, this is Dell, and this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josey Jewell.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Howell down to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.